Hey, what is good YouTube? My name is Gino Diaz signing in and welcome to my channel. So once again, here we go. We are doing another Infiniti G35 video. As you guys can see, that is my Infiniti G35 2006 right there. Today I will be telling you or showing you guys 5 things that you should know before buying an Infiniti G35 Coupe or sedan. Actually, just Coupe specifically. We could make another video for sedans because they have specific specs. But yeah, today will be 5 things you should know before buying yourself an Infiniti G35 Coupe. Let's go. Alright guys, so once again, this is my Infiniti G35 Coupe. Right? I just want to quickly show you real quick before we start. Alright, I'll quickly just start it up for you. Just for cold start. Alright guys, so first thing you should know, as you know, if you don't know, G35 comes from 2000. They officially released on 2003 to 2000. Well, sorry, G35 Coupe specifically from 2003 to 2007, right? The very first G35 comes with the VQ35DE, right? From 2003 to 2004. From 2005, it has they upgraded the engine from VQ35DE to VQ35DE Rev Up, and then onwards 2006 and 2007 also includes with VQ35DE Rev Up, right? So like I said, the first thing you should know is I would highly suggest for you to look into 2006 to 2007 one specifically, just because first thing first, I know a lot of people says that the Rev Up burns oil, or burns more oil than the other DE or the later models. But I would highly suggest on looking into 2006 or 2007 one if you were looking to get a coupe specifically. If you want to get an HR, go to G37 sedan or even G35 sedan, right? But that's a complete different story. That's why I highly suggest, if you're gonna buy a G35 coupe, make sure you get a 2006 or 2007 one. Reason being, just in my case specifically, obviously it's the same thing for other models with other company runs, right? So the latest the model, the better, basically. So if you get the 2006 DE Rev Up, it's basically like 20 more horsepower faster, and I raced G35s from 2003 or 2004, right? It's much faster. Plus next will be the interior upgrades as well. Like there's gonna be changes, like small things changes, right? One more thing that is very important for me as well is the taillights. Sorry if it's a bit noisy right now. I just started my car and there's an airplane passing by. But yes, simple things like small details that could make a difference. So such as the taillights is different. It has the 2006 to 2007 one has the trunk button. The 2003 to 2005 doesn't have it. So it's gonna be like small details that will bother you in the long run, that maybe sometimes you'll wish that, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I have this, and that, right? But well, you don't. So that's why I have to really suggest to look into 2006 or 2007 one. Plus the interior is just way nicer. The cluster is way better than the older model ones. It depends on your preference, but I would highly suggest looking into the 2006 and 2007 one. And once again, it's faster. I believe the DE or 2003 to 2004 has the 278 horsepower, I believe, and the Rev Up has 298, something like that. So it's much faster. And for me, as for burning oil, they're all the same. It's not really that bad. You just have to you always just have to check it on time, every once a week. If you think your oil is a bit low, you could just tap some oil. That's it. It's not really a problem. So that's the first one. Second on the list that I'd highly suggest for you to get is, or look into, is to make sure you get a manual transmission. Even though you don't know how to drive manual, like a lot of people learn manual transmission as long as they get that manual transmission car, right? So I would highly suggest, because it's more fun. You feel connected with the car, specific with the G35. G35 is actually super fun. It's my first time owning a V6. It's pretty quick and fun for what it is. Plus, you know, having that manual transmission makes just everything perfect. So I understand that if you don't know how to drive manual, but in the long run, you're always gonna feel bothered that I wish it was a manual. So if you're getting a G35, I highly suggest for you to get a manual transmission. All right. Alright guys, so next on the list will be checking the interior buttons if everything still works, right? So when you're about to check a car, right? When you're about to check a G35, you want to make sure that every button still works. Simple things as let's say the heated seat buttons right here. Make sure it works. Obviously it has buttons for seats, right? You make sure everything still works because it's very important. And as for seats as well, they are usually comes with tears from being used a lot of times already. Usually the tears will come from here, start from here, but in this case this is the passenger. Mine does have some rips already, so it's pretty normal with G35s. You make sure everything works. When you're test driving, you make sure all the buttons from the steering wheel works, the cruise control, the middle console or dashboard, everything works, the AC works. Next thing, this is also very important, you want to make sure all the windows works as well, just because the G35s tends to go out in the long run, just because it works like it's a BMW, because when you open it and then you close it, it goes up automatically. So it kind of like puts some worn out on the windows of the G35. So you really have to check all the buttons if everything still works, going up and down, lock button and lock. So you'll always have to check that. Alright guys, so next thing on the list, I already mentioned this earlier in the video. All the G35s from 2002 to 2007, Coupe specifically, they all burn oil. Some say that the rev up burns more oil than the older models, but for me it doesn't really matter. Mine is a rev up and they do burn oil, but such as the same with other cars. BMW burns oil. It's better to burn than leak, right? Even Hondas burn oil too, or leaks oil. So it's really normal, especially Subaru. So yeah, it's very normal in like burning oils, but like I said, you just have to be very careful, and you know, if you take care of your car, it will take care of you too. So it's just gonna be like that, right? So yeah, so all the VQ models except for the G37 or like VQ37 HR engines, I mean, they stopped that. They kind of fixed it in the future, but if you really want specifically for coupes, that's one thing that you should know, that they do burn oil. Next thing you should know is basically looking into the car. When you're gonna be looking into the G35 coupe, you basically just make sure and check that the G35 is not clap. They're known for, you know, being clap and used for drift cars and everything. I would highly suggest to check to buy it from someone who owns it for a long time, and you know, someone that is probably old like a grandma or anything, or even like a retired old man, because usually they baby this car. Obviously it's so hard these days to find a clean G35 coupes, like, you know, the ones that haven't been on, and I was pretty lucky on this one. But yeah, so you just make sure that the G35 that you're going to be getting is not clap, or something that wasn't beaten on, like, you know, being drifted, or, you know, doing burnouts all the time. Simple things to tell will be like even just the condition of the car, you know, it's not full of scratches, full of dents. When you're checking the hood, under the hood, or the engine is pretty clean as well. Nothing too crazy. And yeah, I would highly suggest to own a G35 coupe if you're looking into buying it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any additions, feel free to let me know in the chat or in the comment. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Gino once again, signing out. Peace.